I think some of you were losing faith that I would ever get to the bathrooms, but here we are. The day has come. This is the before of our pink bathroom. If you're new here, 6.5 months ago, we bought a hoarded house that was in severe state of neglect. This is one of the 2 bathrooms in its current state. When the plaster repair people were here, they had to fix a bunch of holes in this room, and when they fixed a hole, they would prime it. So this room has already been primed except for the giant hole we added to the room to redo the plumbing. Big things are happening there, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about all this grime that has been built up over years and years. The worst spot was actually along the tub, if you can see that really dark line along the floor. It was hard to know where to start in here, so I just started with vacuuming, getting all of the loose dirt. I think this pink tile is just the cutest thing. I wish it was in better shape. Big shout out to the team over at Super Clean. They sent us a bunch of products for the kitchen. We used every last drop of every last product. They reached out right before I started the bathrooms and were like, hey, do you need any more of anything? And I said an enthusiastic yes, and they sent boxes and boxes of stuff and said their team just really liked watching our videos. So thank you so much, because it was the only product that worked in some of these areas. And I got the black Lysol bottle, the one with the rust remover in it. When I cleaned the sink that was in here that we're going to put downstairs in the lower bathroom, everyone was like, get Lysol for that rust. And so I got Lysol, but I got the green bottle, and you all just collectively shook your head at me. I'm learning. I'm not a pro. I feel like a cleaning pro now that I've cleaned so much of this house so thoroughly. In my house day to day, I am used to using really natural, gentle cleaning products, but they just don't cut it here. With this many years of buildup and grime, it really needs stronger products. I learned that very early on. Here I am tackling the worst part of the bathroom, and at some point I bring the camera down to film it up close, and I thought I did such a good job capturing it, but I actually turned the video off and just missed it entirely, and I'm so mad because it was so gross. It was like a thick black line. There was like dog hair. It's gross. You had to be there, and I'm sorry I couldn't take you on that journey with me. That one I had to tackle alone, apparently. This little metal razor scraper is the best tool for getting paint off of things. I don't know where David got it. It just showed up one day. We have lots of tools like that. We go to a lot of estate sales, and David just picks up miscellaneous things here and there. So I'm not sure where it came from, but if you can find one, it's honestly a really, really great tool. The tile was so dirty, it was hard to see the actual state of the tiles themselves. Like much of this house, the edges of the room were actually in really good condition because there had been things piled up on them for quite some time, protecting it from foot traffic. So that's nice, but also it means that there are well-worn paths in the middle that ended up getting a ton more foot traffic and use than the rest of the floor. The color on a lot of the tiles has worn all the way through. I don't know what you call this with old tiles, when some of the ones that haven't been touched as much are still glossy and the ones in the middle are matte, and the color has completely worn through on the edges. That is what's happening in a lot of spots. There are also some pretty major cracks. I was prepared for the cracks. I have a plan for those, but the wear through on a lot of the tiles, I just wasn't really prepared for that. I thought it was dirt, and I'm going to make it look the best I can, but I don't think there's anything I can really do about that. Let me know if there is. There's a sneak peek here of some of the plumbing. There's crawl space here behind the shower that is head height for most of it. And so we have some big ideas on what we want to do with this bathroom eventually. But some of the ideas are so big, we really want to live in the house a little bit before we make any big demo decisions. We also have zero budget left, negative budget left. And so we need to refinance, move in, and then be able to save up a bit to get to some of the bigger projects that we want to work on. Don't worry, no matter what, we will have colorful tile in our bathrooms. Old school, colorful tile. I'm obsessed with it. I love the idea of a fully tiled room, and I actually really like tiling, so I think that might be a project for my future. The tub in here was full of stuff when we first came, so I don't think it had been used in quite some time. And I don't know if the tile is so low on the side of it because it was originally just a bath and a shower was added. It doesn't seem like that. I don't know why the tile doesn't go up so that the wall is waterproof. The owners before us, their solution to that was waterproof wallpaper. We were thinking of throwing up some sort of barrier, like a, PVC situation. If anyone else has a temporary great idea, I would love to hear it, please. We've been pondering a temporary solution for this bathroom for this entire time, and we still don't have any really bright ideas. I was really happy with how this tub cleaned up. It desperately needs to be refinished, but at least I got most of the stains out and the rust came out with the rust remover. And then I just squirted a bunch of Dawn dish soap in here and scrubbed it around, and that worked really, really well. Honestly, Dawn dish soap and a super high concentrated cleaning vinegar have been my absolute best friends in this process. Baking soda too. Baking soda is amazing. And now we are at the point where I can clean the rest of the floor. I had already scrubbed out most of the grout lines and along the edges where it was really, really grimy, but I'd, been tromping around and cleaning other stuff, so it needed a really good mop. There were also like glue footprints with something really gross on it that had really stuck to the tile, so I had to scrape all that off, but in the end it came off great. And here is how it looks after the first initial deep clean. There's a lot of repairs I need to do, a lot of finishing touches. See that massive crack? Look right there, that dark spot. That's where it's worn through, and I'm just really disturbed by it. I'm hoping there's something I can do to make that look better, but I'm kind of doubtful there is. At this point, I took off my mask, and let me tell you, the smell is gone. The bathroom smell, it's gone. I can't believe it.